Hey guys, I want to shoot a video on nominal data and real data. You know, nominal GDP and real GDP, nominal wages and real wages. Here's the thing guys, in my classes I'll ask my students, hey, what's nominal data? To which somebody might respond, oh, that's data that's unadjusted. Okay, not bad. And another student might improve that by saying, oh, that's data unadjusted for inflation. Even better. And still another student might say, oh, that's data based on the current year. Okay, and another student might improve that by saying, oh, that's data based on current year prices. All of which are on point and not bad, but they leave me wondering, do we deeply understand what nominal and real data are? And here's the thing guys, at Econ Busters, that is our goal, to teach you so that you have deep understanding of economic concepts. So let's get into it guys. Well, let's get into nominal data and real data. And for our deep understanding's sake guys, we want to start off with the why. Why is there even a distinction between nominal and real data? And here is the key guys, because in economics, the value of our unit of measurement changes. That's it, guys. It's because the value of our unit of measurement changes. Now, what is our unit of measurement, generally speaking, in economics? The dollar. We all know that the value of the dollar changes, right? Now, let's talk about what is the value of the dollar. The value of the dollar is its purchasing power, its ability to buy goods and services, its power to buy goods and services. It's buying power. Yes, I'm saying the same thing over and over so that you've got it, guys. The value of the dollar is its ability, its power to buy goods and services. Now, what determines the value of the dollar? What determines it? The prices of goods and services. Generally, we'll say the level of prices in the economy, otherwise known as the price level, right? If the level of prices in the economy goes up, inflation, the value of the dollar goes down. And if the level of prices in the economy go down, the value of the dollar goes up. And by the way, when they go down, that's called deflation. So again, let's recap, right? What's the value of the dollar? It's purchasing power. What determines its purchasing power is prices. Therefore, prices determine the value of the dollar. That's right, prices determine the value of the dollar. And anytime prices change, the value of the dollar, the value of our unit of measurement is going to change. Now, when is this an important distinction? Well, pretty much you know what I'm going to say. Anytime we're comparing data across time, right? Anytime we're comparing data where the value of the dollar has changed, when prices have changed. So any comparisons across time, this is important. And let me just go ahead and tell you, you want to use real data. Now, what is nominal data and what is real data? Let's start off with the nominal data. Very simply, guys, it's when the value of our unit of measurement, i.e. the dollar, the value of the dollar that we're using as our unit of measurement is based on current year prices. That's it. Nominal data is when the value of the dollar, which we're using as our unit of measurement, the value of that thing is based on current year prices. That's nominal data. Now, here's the deal. We need to define current because current is not present. That's right, current is not present. The present year that I'm shooting this video is 2023, but I could be looking at output in 2009, at GDP in 2009. If I'm looking at output in 2009, that is my current year. That is the current year I am looking at. So if I say I've got 2009 nominal GDP, then I'm looking at that output and I'm measuring that output with a dollar, for which that value of that dollar is based on current year prices, i.e. 2009 prices. That's right. So 2009 nominal GDP would be a situation where I'm measuring that output using 2009 prices, okay? The current year is the year you are currently looking at. Now, real data. That's data measured in dollars, of course, right? Data measured in dollars, for which the value of those dollars we're using as our unit of measurement is based on a base year prices or base year prices, right? So in this situation, we've said, okay, let's pick a base year, a reference year, a specific year. Let's pick a single year as our reference year, and let's base the value of our dollar on that year. And so when you compare data across time, right, you always want real data. You always want it so that in every year they have adjusted the value of dollar to the value of the dollar in the base year, right? You want it based on base year prices, because remember, prices determine the value of the dollar. So again, one more time, what is real data? That's when we measure things in dollars and the value of those dollars is based on some base year, right? The prices that prevailed in some base year. We have adjusted the value of the dollars to the value of the dollar in the base year, okay? And again, that's our reference year, that's our specific year. And so anytime we're comparing across time, we want it to be real data, and we want every single year's data to have used a dollar for which the value of those dollars was based on base year prices, that specific year's prices, all right? Now, how do you do this adjustment? One way to do the adjustment, kind of the more cumbersome way of doing the adjustment, is to do this, okay? Is to pick a base year, let's say 2010 is our base year, and we have a current year, 2009. And so we go to that 2009 year and we would strip the goods and services in 2009 of their prices, of those 2009 prices. We would take off those 2009 prices off of the goods and services. And then we would stick on those goods and services produced in 2009, the prices that prevailed in our base year, which I'm saying is 2010, right? We would stick those prices on the goods and services. And then we've done it, guys. We've got real data. We've got data measured in dollars for which the value of those dollars is based on a base year or the base year prices, right? The prices that prevailed during the base year. That's how we do it in the cumbersome way. There's also a faster way, a quicker way to do this. And a quicker way to do this is to use a price index. That's right. With a price index, which is a single number, we can do the adjustment. Now that's outside of the scope of this video, but I just want you to understand another way that you can basically strip the goods and services of one year's prices and stick on the prices of another year in a single stroke is with a price index. A price index can adjust nominal data to real data, and a price index is just a single number. That's right, we can make this adjustment with a single number. Again, outside the scope of this video, because we're just trying to understand what is nominal and real data, but we can get into that in another video. So, one more time. What is nominal data? Nominal data is data measured in dollars for which the value of those dollars is based on the current year prices. What's real data? That's data measured in dollars for which the value of those dollars is based on prices that prevailed in a base year. That's nominal and real data. Anytime we compare data across time, we want to use real data. So the value of our dollar, so the value of our unit of measurement is constant across time. Hope that makes sense to you. We'll see you in the next video.